I hosted a game jam! I know, I'm surprised too. The game jam got actually more submissions than I initially expected. I expected like 15 games, but I got 24. I promised I would play all the games, so when the voting started, I was not looking forward to playing 24 games. It took me a while until I was able to get myself to play the games, and I rated all of them. It took me about 4 hours in total to play and rate all the games. But now, the reveal of the top 5 games of the jam is here. The moment you all have been waiting for. Under Connection by Shadow Week, or however you pronounce that. Under Connection is a 2D platformer where you play as two miners that have a connection between them that makes it impossible for them to go too far away from each other. Your goal is to collect all the gold that is in the level. I'll be honest here, I personally didn't like this game, but because the great art and how it fits the theme connected, I think it is a good place for this game. The things I would improve in this game is change the level design, because level 2 is basically impossible. For me at least, I couldn't get past it at all. I tried for like 10 minutes or something. And don't reset the level when the characters are too far away from each other. This is really annoying. Just make the players stop moving when they are trying to move further away from each other. Anyway, now time for the next game. Connector by Panda321. Connector is a 2D top-down puzzle game where your goal is to get a laser to connect to the green block, with only a limited amount of moves. The level design in this game is top-notch in my opinion. The puzzles are really clever and also pretty hard. It also explains the mechanics of the game really well without explaining them with text. I also got to say that the sound effects and the music are great too. It's overall a great game. Only with the art there's something left to be desired. Now, it's time for the next game, my personal favorite. Wrecking Ball Defense by Mirror 2999 is a game. Your goal is to defend your friend's store from bandits that are trying to destroy it, I think. And you will have to use a wrecking ball that is connected to you to do it. The player is basically just a mouse, and the wrecking ball is physics based, so you will need to swing it around to hit other players, so you will have to turn the mouse a lot. This feels really satisfying to do with the screen shake and the sound that it gives off when you kill an enemy. It just feels amazing. After every round you can buy an upgrade for the wrecking ball, and if you do, you will partially heal the shop. The only thing I would really want to see in this game is more upgrades, more types of enemies, and an endless mode. Other than that, the game is amazing. And now, here comes a game that really surprised me with its placing. Space Companions. Space Companions, Crushing Through Space by Genji. This game is a 2D action platformer, and that's all I really know about it. The itch page tells more, but it's kinda weird. I don't really understand it. I will say the movement is really good, player-wise. The drone feels really weird. The music is really good too, but it's really annoying that it restarts every time you die. So you will hear the beginning of that song over and over and over again until you rage quit. And the art is pretty good too, but my complaint about this game is that it's really unfair. As you probably already noticed because I said I rage quit. It doesn't matter how far you have come in the level, when you die, you will always respawn at the start. And sometimes, when you try to shoot an enemy, you will just see your bullets fly through them and it doesn't hurt them or something. This annoyed me so much that I played like 4 times, and each time I quit because those 2 problems. But the game does really have a lot of potential, and I can see why it got second place, and I think it deserved it because of the good things the game has going for it. And now, before we get to number 1, some Slippery Rocketry by Blankdev, Xtopy and Cryptobam. I think I've pronounced those right. This is a game where you have to guide a rocket to the moon by connecting it to certain points and making the rockets spin around them, or orbit, I don't know. It's really lovely and I would love to see more levels for it. And it actually really surprised me that it wasn't in top 5, so I just really wanted to talk about it. And now for the second honorable mention, Beatmiser by Suckbrubai, or whatever, however you pronounce that name, those names, is a game. It's a game. It's a game. Now, it's a game where you have to collect beads and have to kill slimes that also collect those beads. Why I'm talking about this game is because it's way too underappreciated in my opinion. Actually got last place, which I got really surprised by because I loved the controls in this game. The game actually only really has the gameplay. It doesn't even have one sound effect. I think those would really help with the gameplay, but without those sound effects, it's still really fun. I played it like 5 minutes straight without getting bored at all. Like I said, adding sound and also adding music would go a really long way with improving the game. And I would also love to see a short dash or something and a range attack. And also an enemy that shoots beats or something would be really good. But I'll be honest, it didn't have anything to do with the theme, it seemed for me. But that's fine. It's still a good game in my opinion. But now, the moment you all have been waiting for. The game that got Remote Control by Imixari is a top-down puzzle game where you control a remote control robot that helps you break into the house. You sometimes lose connection to this robot, and when that happens, the robot will continue traveling in the direction that it was going last. This only happens in certain areas, and I think it's very clever. It makes the player really think about what they are doing. The puzzles are really good and the movement feels so great. But there's one problem I have with the game, and that it's so hard to make certain things out. I'm not sure if I'm correct here, but it seems like the creator only used 4 or 5 different colors. It gives off a nice atmosphere, to be fair, but it really reduces playability or something, like visibility of things. But it's still a lot of fun. It's certainly a good game. And that's why I think it really deserves first place. Although some parts ended up a bit high in my opinion, but still, it's a great game. And Ixamari actually made a video about how they made this game. So, go on and watch that video and subscribe to them, please. It's actually a good video. Now I want to thank everyone who submitted a game and everyone who rated games. I hope you really enjoyed the process and everything that happened during the jam. And if you are watching the video during its premiere, the results of the jam are now public. So you can take a look at how your game did if it wasn't in this video. But if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, that would make me really happy. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time, hopefully. Bye!